Good morning, everyone. Today we have Isabella Ismail, who is Policy Officer for Vinnova here in Brussels. And it's a really huge honor and pleasure to have you here as guest for our Brussels Pulse. So without any kind of indulgence, I would like to give you the floor. And if you maybe start with like a short introduction of yourself, of your job here.
Thanks. My name is Isabella Ismail, and as you said, I'm a policy officer here in Brussels representing Vinnova. We have a joint office together with the Swedish Research Council, and the office goes by the name Sweden's Research and Innovation Office in Brussels, SVERI for short.
Okay.
And for those who don't know, Vinnova is the Swedish Innovation Agency. I guess I will be going into a little bit more of what we actually do in practice. But we mainly do strategic work here at the office in Brussels, while at Vinnova in Stockholm we do a lot of the research funding and a lot of more hands-on work, while here it's a little bit more strategic and more policy, and also mainly directed at Horizon Europe.
Oh, okay. So maybe I would just like to ask you what are the main priorities or focus area of focus of Vinnova, if you obviously are allowed to say that, but just like give us more insights about the Vinnova and the organization as itself.
Yeah, as I mentioned, Vinnova is Sweden's innovation agency. It is one out of 6 research funding bodies, governmental research funding bodies in Sweden. We mainly fund, we fund research and innovation, but mainly a little bit higher up on the TRL scale, so innovations and maybe innovations that are ready to be commercialized as well.
Okay.
We don't only fund R&I projects. We also coordinate strategic initiatives and collaborate with stakeholders across a wide spectrum of sectors. And we also want to shed light on inspiring solutions and ideas for a sustainable future. And therefore, sustainability and the focus on the sustainable future, that sort of permeates all of our work. And we have concentrated that into 8 focus areas. I don't know them by heart, but I have them right here. We focus on sustainable industry, sustainable food systems, sustainable mobility, sustainable precision health, sustainably built environments, digital transformation, ecosystems for innovative companies, and emerging innovations. So those are the 8 areas that we then do more detailed work within. We have calls. As I mentioned, we have strategic initiatives as well within that. And then also at Vinnova we are the main agency in Sweden that functions as the taking care of matters relating to Horizon Europe.
Okay.
So we have national contact points at Vinnova who help Swedish stakeholders who are interested in participating in Horizon Europe, and that is, I guess, also why we are here in Brussels. It comes naturally to us as we have such a close contact with the Commission and with the EU by being having so many national contact points at our organization. It also comes naturally for us to be present here in Brussels. I should also mention the Swedish Research Council, because they also have a number of national contact points for Horizon Europe. And as I mentioned, we also share the office with them here in Brussels.
Nice. It seems really super interesting and innovative. Job. So I would like to ask you, as far as Sweden is a very innovative country, and it's considered one of the most innovative country in the whole European Union, what's, in your opinion, the elements that bring Sweden to be such innovative?
Yeah, as you mentioned, we are actually, we're among the best. We continuously we continuously rank the first on the European Innovation Scoreboard. We are also the country in the world with the most patents per capita. I think there are several factors to why we're such a successful research and innovation country. You know, we have a long history of high literacy and a long tradition of higher education. Education is also free in Sweden. I think that plays a major role because it's encouraged by the state and is also mandatory. And it also provides, you know, opportunities for most Swedes to actually pursue a researching career, for instance.
And you're also, I would say that also Sweden is very good at attracting other talents from foreign countries too.
Yeah, and I mean that is also a focus that we've had for a long time. Sweden is a small country, so we have been dependent on collaboration and on being open towards the world. So historically, when it comes to our innovations and our successful companies, you do see a lot of strong cooperation with stakeholders from other countries, and I think that plays a major role as well. We also we have a long history of stability. We became independent in 1523, so we've been independent for a very long time. Our constitution dates far back, or at least parts of it. For instance, parts of our Freedom of Press Act dates back to the 1700s, and it was the first law regulating freedom of press in the world. So I think that plays a major role as well. The fact that we've been a democracy for a very long time, and that stability enables the possibility to you know, explore areas such as research and innovation.
Sure.
I should also mention that we have a lot of natural resources. We have a lot of forests. We have a lot of access to iron. So of course that helps as well.
Yeah, sure. And like maybe speaking about more governmental panorama, what do you think about the Swedish presidency at the the Council of the European Union, and what are the key challenges and achievements that Sweden achieved during this period?
Yeah, so we are reaching the final day. It's on Friday. I don't know when this will be published, but yeah, we've got 2 more days to go as of today of the Swedish presidency of the Council. If I may say so myself, I think Sweden has done pretty well in upholding its neutrality as the president of the Council. I think, you know, you always see different sort of ways in how to go into the role of the president, but I think neutrality is something that is quite important in that role, and I think Sweden has switched or moved a lot of focus from maybe trying to sustain its own interests into instead sort of representing all 27 member states. So I think we've done pretty well there, and I think we should give ourselves a big tap on the shoulder for that. When it comes to main achievements, I think the provisional agreement of the CHIPS Act is a big achievement. We followed it very closely here at the office throughout the spring, and we were very happy to see that an agreement was reached. Also, something that I personally think is really cool is the unitary patent system, and it's entering into force. That was actually first introduced during Sweden's last presidency in 2009. And since then, Sweden has had quite an active role in working with the proposal, and now during our next presidency that we've had this spring, we were actually able to put it in practice and for it to enter into force, which it did on the 1st of June. So that will mean a whole patent reform, basically, and hopefully lead to it will hopefully enable innovation in Europe and the possibility to protect your innovations to a much larger extent, and also when it comes to legal matters, a new unitary patent court has been introduced or established, and I think that will also facilitate the protection of patents. Mm-hmm. So I think that is
I totally agree with you, especially for the CHIPS Act, because I mean we are living now in times that we are facing a huge crisis on raw materials. So I think that's really important that European Union is achieving like some further regulation on that matter. So I totally agree with you. So if you don't have nothing to add, I would like really to thank you a lot for spending your time here, your precious time here with us.
Thank you.
And I wish you good luck for the future and for your future job, your success. So thank you.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you.